One is, how is this going to play out for governments? On the one hand, obviously we have those stories. The media loves to spin that. Oh, all these public companies buying Bitcoin, the government's going to step in. There's going to be heavy regulation. There's going to be additional taxes. They're going to punish those companies. And then obviously you have the counter side that says, no, no, no. Governments are actually going to get in the entire game, and they're going to actually start holding it themselves. How do you see this playing out?
I think I think the forward-thinking progressive governments are going to embrace it and they're going to benefit from it. And I think backward-looking governments are going to fear it and they're going to suffer from the lack of it. Bitcoin is it's pure monetary energy on the first digital monetary network. It's like electricity. So, you know, if I said to you, every company in the US wants to plug into electricity, you could probably find someone that was afraid of electricity saying this is going to burn all our buildings down and this is bad for our cities, it'll cause fires. And you might even find a country that would ban electricity. You know, like, look, China banned Google, they banned Twitter, they banned Facebook. Okay, great. But you think they're better off for not having Google? Like, you lose Google Maps? Like, I don't think they're better off. So there will be governments, you know, that will, you know, that will be forward thinking, and others will be backward thinking. I think the politicians in the Western world will realize, and they do realize, that Bitcoin is the fundamental underpinnings of the 21st century finance system. A block of Bitcoin is like a block of light that has dematerialized monetary energy in it. We found a way to dematerialize money and move it at the speed of light and make it a million, if not a billion times more intelligent. So what does that remind you of? That reminds you, what if I told you I could put 1,000 horses into clean electricity and I could shoot it to you over a small little wire and you could use it to run a motor to lift 1 million pounds? Like, would I want that? Well, I might want it in my elevator. You ever ride an elevator up to the 100th floor? It's like, imagine putting 1,000 horses in the basement of a skyscraper to run an elevator. It's like, electricity is fundamental to civilization. We use it in our refrigerators to keep our food from spoiling. We use it in our air conditioners in order to make life livable in the tropics in Florida. All of Florida is uninhabitable as a state without air conditioning, right? Life expectancy is 20 years less without refrigeration. We use it to move hygienic water. We'd all be dead without it. We use it to make New York City habitable. Take away the electricity from the city, right? How do you get up and down 57 floors? Before electricity, every building in the world was limited to 5 floors. 5 is the most floors you can actually have without an elevator. I got, you know, and again, we could probably put a mule in the basement to operate an elevator, and you could have a 10-floor elevator. But if you actually want to have a modern civilization, you need to channel energy. And everybody understands electricity. Most people don't understand that Bitcoin is monetary electricity. It's monetary energy, and I can move the equivalent of 1 billion horsepower around the earth, maybe at the speed of light, once I plug the layer 2 solutions into the underlying layer 1 blockchain. If you listen to the discussion of the regulators, I think they're very smart. They understand it. I think that our Secretary of the Treasury understands it. I actually think that that all the regulators coming in the Biden administration understand it. If you want the United States to dominate the financial technology market in the 21st century, you have to have Bitcoin. If you want to dominate any industry, right? Turn off the internet and turn off electricity, and tell me what your strategy is to avoid sliding back to the Stone Ages. It's not going to work. We're not going to abandon satellites. We're not going to abandon air, space and air and aerospace technology. We're not going to abandon crypto technology. We're not going to abandon Bitcoin, because it really is the $1 trillion dominant digital monetary network. It's going to be a big benefit to any country that it embraces it. And it's going to be a detriment, a liability to any country that blocks it. They're just falling further behind in the race to dominate the 21st century civilization.
Beautiful. Okay. Very nice. Interesting. Let's see which country develops that or picks it up first. I love that idea.